Cleveland football Browns. What do we got here? Always a day late, $1 short. The Browns are always late to the party. Always late to the party. Well, it looks like the Baltimore Ravens just snuck up on a deal. Looks like the Baltimore Ravens snuck up on a deal. A 2-for-1. A free bargain of the barrel bottom of the basement yellow light, blue light Kmart sale on Yannick Ngakoue. 3rd round pick. The Baltimore Ravens, who you can't beat. Looks like they learned something. You see, the Baltimore Ravens, they seem to be a little more smarter, a little more urgent, a little more savvy than the Cleveland Browns. Does it surprise me? No. Right? Does it surprise me? No. Why the Cleveland Browns lick their wounds, why you lick your wounds from getting dusted off by the Pittsburgh Steelers one more time, and why I argue with people on Twitter about why I'm over the top and why I've turned into some of the beat reporters here in Cleveland. The Baltimore Ravens are being savvy individuals, and maybe they looked at some of my blogs. Maybe they watched my last blogs about why the Cleveland Browns have been soft for years. And maybe they were listening when I said why the Cleveland Browns need to go out and get somebody to pair with Myles Garrett. And why were they listening when I said that you should be having bookends. And maybe they even watched the film of the Cleveland Browns getting dusted off by Bud Dupree and TJ Watt. And they go out and get Yannick Ngakoue for a 3rd round pick and get 2 ends now, right? 2 ends. And now they pair their defensive ends. And now, what you got? Now what you got? You got bookends here. They couldn't get past that 6'8" monster that they got in the middle to start with. That he knocked down 18 passes from Baker Mayfield. Almost picked off a pass from Baker Mayfield. The first game, dominant. Now you get Yannick Ngakoue, put him on the other end. And now you got 2 bookend pass rushers. And Yannick Ngakoue is young, by the way. By the way. And now you got a defense the Cleveland Browns couldn't figure out the first time, and they get better. And they're better. They're just better. They're better than they were started off the season. You couldn't do nothing with them like the first game of the year. Now they just get better. And once again, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, and this is what I'm referring to. And I don't care. To me, it's not about views. To me, it's not about clout. I'm not out here clout chasing. I'm not out here looking to get 10,000 views, and I ain't out here to look to go to the middle of the road neither. I'm not out here looking to get all these views and all these subscribers and all that good stuff. I'm out here to tell the truth and break down the game. And when you look past the colors that's on the field, and I'm a diehard Browns fan, been so for years, but when you're breaking down what's going on in the field, you got to understand. The Cleveland Browns had a great opportunity to catch some of these teams. The Cleveland Browns have a great opportunity that they have the best talent, some of the best talent that they had in years. But being even with these teams is not going to get it done. Being competitive is not going to be getting it done. Just because there's people proud of wearing the Browns colors for the first time in years does not mean that's going to mean anything. When these teams are in the Steelers and these teams in the Baltimore Ravens are out here consistently looking to get better every single day. They're looking on the waiver wires. They're looking at what they can be done. They're looking at getting people together. They're looking to do what they need to be done. They're not looking out here playing Anderson Sandejos. They're not looking to play guys like that. They're getting Yannick Ngakoue, and we're trotting out Anderson Sandejos. If it's any judge in what 4-2 means in Cleveland, Ohio, it doesn't mean much. Because the 2 teams that we're playing against in our division, that the teams that are blowing us out of the water, are continually getting better. They're naming people Mapletron out here. And besides his corny name, it looks like the kid is a monster. It looks like they're doing everything possible in their playbook to get him the football. And it looks like a Ben Roethlisberger coming off injury is doing what they need to do to get him the football. This is what we're talking about. Development. Putting players in a position to do that. And when you get Calais Campbell, who is already unblockable, who was already dominating you the first play of the game, yes, as a Browns fan, that I'm sitting here on national radio telling every single week, you better go get, listen, Ngakoue's available, please go get him. Jadeveon Clowney's available, you might want to go get him. Earl Thomas is available, you might want to go check him up. But here in Cleveland, Ohio, we want to be conservative. Here in Cleveland, Ohio, we don't want to do anything to rock the boat. Here in Cleveland, Ohio, we want people to be solid individuals, and we want people not to rock the boat and shake the boat and do anything. Listen, in Cleveland, Ohio, I want a winner. That's what I want. I want a winner in Cleveland, Ohio. That's what I like first and foremost. I need guys to make tackles and to make plays. And I'm seeing Baltimore go get guys that makes plays. I see over there in Pittsburgh guys that can go over there and make plays. And the difference between us in Pittsburgh and Baltimore are they are consistently going out looking for those guys to make those plays. I don't care what you're talking about. We got all that damn cap space. I'm tired of seeing my safety get destroyed out there. Earl Thomas, what's your number? What's your phone number? I'm tired of it. You know what? Here's how you handle this. This is how grown men handle business. I'm the coach of the Cleveland Browns. Let's see how we handle this. Hey, Earl, here's how we talk about this. Hey, Earl, listen. I don't know what the heck happened in Baltimore. Here's how we handle that in Cleveland. This locker room is different. We got playmakers in there. We got leadership in there. We ain't trying to handle no funny business. I'm the leader of the locker room. I'm the new coach in town. I'm the new sheriff in town. We're going to let bygones be bygones. We got a strong locker room. We got strong leadership. We're not handling none of that. We don't want no funny business. We want you to go out there. We want you to give 110% on that field, and we want you to be a playmaker on that field. The same way you was a playmaker in Seattle, we want you to be that. The same way you was a playmaker in Baltimore, we want you to be that. But we also want you to say that you got an opportunity to come back and get back at every single person that said you couldn't play no more. We want you to get back at every single person that said you didn't have no more. Do you want an opportunity to do that? I'm sure you do. But we got to have your head screwed on straight, Earl. And we're going to give you an opportunity to do that here in Cleveland. But let's make one thing clear. We're not having none of that funny business, right? Right? Okay. Let's get down to business. Let's hammer this contract and let's get it done. At the end of the day, you know how you handle head contracts and head deals and all these heady crazy things going on? Head cases don't deal with head cases, right? Because guess what? You got to be a strong individual, but you got to be a strong man. You got to be a strong-minded individual to talk to people. I'm not going to handle you based on the way the Steelers handled you, based on the way Mike Tomlin handled you, based on what way Harbaugh handled you. Give me a ball player, and I'll handle you the way I'm going to handle you. At the end of the day, the Cleveland Browns are letting players dictate and players get away based on the way other cats is moving around. The Browns started this season even money with the Steelers and even with the Ravens. They're slipping below the Mason-Dixon line. They're slipping below the the line of demarcation. They're slipping below the equator. And that 4-2 mark might be the worst thing that ever happened to y'all. Because that 4-2 mark made you complacent and happy that you're just able to beat the terrible teams in the league, and you're still running around here happy because you get to wear your t-shirts. I'm gonna tell you something. That Ravens team just got that much better. They got that much better on defense, and they got that much better with a pass rusher that's going to keep your quarterback in the pocket They kept your quarterback in the pocket. They kept your quarterback who struggles to stay in the pocket, who struggles to read defenses, who struggles to throw the ball downfield. They just got that more dangerous because he's not going to be able to scramble out and do the things that he's comfortable with doing. They got stronger on defense. Now you got the Steelers who have Bud Dupree and TJ Watt who looked unstoppable. Now they got Calais Campbell and Yannick Ngakoue, and those are your two strongest powers. And the Cleveland Browns have yet to pair Myles Garrett, who's a defensive player of the year candidate, with anybody of any note on the other end of the football. And you're paying him $125, almost $200 million guaranteed money, and you still can't find another guy on the other end to go with him. Don't you understand that that's what the game plan is now? They need two defensive ends now. Two, not one, two. I told you this last week. We keep dropping the ball on this stuff. We just happy. We're 3 years ago. We have not been innovative enough. We get up to speed on some stuff, and then we get happy with stuff. We get up to speed. Oh, we finally got our defensive end. You need two. You look around the ends in the league, you got to have two multiple pass rushers. You got to have two. Now we see a division rival that we couldn't stop before. Now they got two of them. You haven't noticed you need a quarterback too. We still can't stop Big Ben. We still ain't got nothing for Lamar Jackson. Haven't you noticed? We ain't saying nothing about the Chiefs. The Chiefs go out and get Le'Veon Bell. Are you crazy? The only knock on the Kansas City Chiefs is they didn't have a running game. Look around. They got one now. You ain't looked around? The doggone Tennessee Titans look like they got something to behold. Boy, I tell you, 4-2 never looked so good. And I'm gonna tell you something again. I'm gonna do this upcoming Cincinnati Bengals preview too. I'm gonna get to that Cincinnati Bengals preview coming up here. But I'll tell you what. Just running the ball and keeping it bare minimum ain't enough no more. That page is gone. It's week 7. That's done. Just turn the ball around, hand the ball to Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. That's done and over with, baby. New day. It's a new day. We're going to compare this. To the elementary school. Hey, just because you in 2nd grade, guess what you learned? Back in the day when I grew up, if your ass couldn't tell, if you couldn't do cursive writing, you didn't graduate to 2nd grade. They gave you a clock. Hey, you better tell what's a quarter till. You didn't get that quarter till, you was done. It's a lot of kids I see walking around, they ain't in their right grade. I ain't gonna tell nobody, you old now, you passed. But there's a lot of kids boo-hooing and crying on about June 6th. Hey, you didn't get quarter till right. Big hand, little hand. You can't tell? It's called evolution. All of this stuff. Baker Mayfield, 25 damn years old. Talk about he a young quarterback. Let's get to this. Let's get to it. He 25. A grown-ass man. Whew. We're going to get to that too. I'm going to save this. That's for another blog. But I'm going to just tell you, Yannick Ngakoue makes the Baltimore Ravens exponentially better. And it's something I tried to get the Cleveland Browns to do, but you're late to the party as usual. You're late. You still only got Myles Garrett up front. Still. No backers, no safeties, no impact players except for Myles Garrett. And here's how you know it was true. Because you never show up in good games. Yeah, y'all do good against the bottom feeders. But when the games come around, no impact players. Wait till these games come around and you got to see those guys. Wait. Just wait. As always, hit that like, subscribe button if you want to get to it. It's the barbershop, man. You know what it is, man. Ain't nobody gonna tell you the truth. If you want to follow these other dudes, you want to watch them and tell you and give you the middle of the road commentary, and they ain't watching games and cutting up, listen, go ahead and follow that. But you want the real? You want the real and tell you what? Listen, go back and check these receipts and these resumes. I've been saying this stuff for the last 2.5, 3 years. Every time I got the crystal ball, I told you needed 2 ends. And the Baltimore Ravens and Harbaugh must have been watching because they went out the next week and got one. You know what it is, baby.